Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's Mon. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense, because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Flush to his right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Wilson. Returning right back to Lockett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. But that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Now it's Wilson. He's to the 10, and he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Here's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Well, the ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Wilson on the keeper, trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. They run for it with Carson. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Four minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Bond going to throw it. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Here's 2nd and 10. Mon looks to throw. Looking there for Prince, but intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mon. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 50.
They'll set up to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 50 yards on the ground for him so far.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
from the gun. It's a run for Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. Touchdown, Falcons! Alvin Kamara with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. Now the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. They run the counter. Carson. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. Touchdown. Dwayne Eskridge, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
106 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it's Kamara.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 right.
They run it again with Kamara. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Again, this is Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
56, the mark, boys, 56, check 56. Man, that's trash.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down to the 11. A huge play there on the screen pass. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this is absolutely a wide receiver's dream because if they can make that first man miss, A lot of times they turn these into big plays, and that's exactly what happened here.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
46. Check by 46.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Mond on the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
He sets to fire deep. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Lockett. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll keep it on the ground. Combs, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. Check, 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 check.
He'll drop to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Second and 10. Looking to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
You. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here's Mon. They're going for it. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On 1st down, it's Carson, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 33. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And it's third down.
The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
First down, Seahawks.
14.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 17. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
2 yards on the play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to get him another first down here as he's able to dive forward to get as much as he can.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go with Kamara. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will get another road test next week as they head to Vegas to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San